exhaling, the collarbones descend. Feel pulling your ribs in and your navel to your spine. It's trying to maintain this full three-part breath, our Durga breath, throughout our practice. Letting our breath work be what anchors us to this present moment. I am breathing in and I am breathing out. Palms down to feel more grounded, palms up to feel more energized, whatever you need this morning. And then setting your intention, Sankalpa. Whatever it is that brings you to the mat today, what you would like to get out of this practice. So set your intention now, saying it to yourself 3 times. Inhale as we reach our arms up, interlace, gently press up, and then over to the side. Release that hand, take your gaze underneath of your arm, pull back through your elbow, and then over to the sides. Feel that you can lengthen in your side body. We'll do that one more time. Next inhale lifts us up, and then over to the other side. So look up and then pull back through your elbow and over. Next inhale lifts us up. Again, interlacing. Place your hands at your neck and gently just press your head and your neck back. So opening up in our chest, and our shoulders. And releasing our hands, reaching up, taking goalpost arms nice and wide, and then reaching up. And then hinging forward. Take your time here as we slowly hinge forward with that flat back wherever your hands reach. And try to press your sits bones back into the mat as you are just walking your hands out in front of you. You can bring your forehead to a block here or stack your hands. Wherever feels good for you in this forward fold. Feel breathing into your low back, your hips. And then slowly walking hands up, placing your hands behind you as you look up, maybe lifting hips up if that feels okay. And we will release our hips down to the mat and switch the sides. So whichever leg you had in front, just bringing the other foot in front. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. And exhale, twist. Just moving with your breath a few times here. Let that inhale lift and lengthen you. Exhale, twist. And we'll do one more on each side. Whenever we've done that last one, let's interlace, lifting up, taking our arms out in our goalpost arms, lifting up and down. One more time, really feel engaging your back muscles and opening through the front of your body. And as we come up, hinging forward with that flat back again. Continue breathing into your low back here, maybe easing into that forward fold a little bit more. Slowly walking your hands up and behind you as you look up, maybe lifting hips up. Send our hips back down, making our way into our table, coming onto our hands and our knees. It's taking our hips side to side, head and neck side to side, moving however feels good for you. So if you want to make some circles or figure eights here, moving through however feels best for you. And then shifting our weight forward into our kneeling plank and sending hips back. Do this a few times. If you want to add that Chakravartasana, taking your cat back, elbows hugging in, and then pressing back into our child's pose, you can do that. Just building a little bit of strength in our upper body as well. And then we'll all meet in our child's pose when you're ready. And with this being our resting pose, just notice, does it feel restful? How can you release a little bit more in your neck, your shoulders, maybe send your breath to your low back. Walking hands out in front of you and over to the right side. Pressing left hip away slowly. Hands back through center and over to back through center. Come into our table, having our weight spread evenly through our hands, shoulders are over our wrists, knees are underneath of our hips, feel the length and extension of our spine. Taking right leg straight back, toes are on the mat at first, press your heel back. Reaching left arm out in front, relax neck and shoulders. And then maybe lifting that right leg up. Feeling strong here in our spinal balance. Hips are square to the mat. Continue pulling navel to spine. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Nice and easy. 2 more times at your pace. Just keeping this movement slow and controlled. And when you've done that last one, stepping right foot through into our low lunge. And so as we come into this low lunge, you can lift up onto the blocks or your fingertips. See that your knee is tracking over your ankle. Inhale, lifting up through heart center, and exhale as we send our hips back. And so move through here just a couple times at your pace. So opening through our chest and then sending hips back. And we'll do this one more time. And now holding here as we bring our nose to our knee. Releasing as we step that right foot back, cross it over, look in the direction of your foot. And then back to our table, looking over right shoulder. Back to our neutral spine as we extend. Left leg straight back, toes are on the mat, hips are square. Reaching our right arm out for our spinal balance, staying here or adding that left leg. Maybe notice if one side feels different than the other. Continue to lengthen in your breath, in your spine. Inhale, exhaling elbow to knee. 2 more at your pace, just making this movement controlled, stabilizing our hips. And once you've done that last one, stepping that left foot through into our low lunge. So take your time, find your balance, use your blocks and feel lifting up onto your fingertips. Inhale and exhale, send your hips back. And just move through nice and easy a few times at your pace. Holding this next one for a breath or two. And slowly coming up. Taking left leg back, looking in the direction of your foot. And back to our table, gazing over left shoulder. And back to neutral spine. Taking right arm up. Exhale, twist. 2 more times as you move through here, feeling that gentle torso rotation, moving with a little bit of resistance. When you've done that last one, go ahead and thread the needle, resting on your shoulder. You can use blocks to support you. Your choice, adding with that left arm, maybe circling the sky, releasing in our shoulders a little bit, maybe half bind at your lumbar spine. Maybe adding, lifting that left knee or left leg up. If you do that, use your left hand to support you here so you're not and keep that foot flexed, toes pointed down, hips are square, so you've got a little more stability here. Wherever we are, we'll slowly press up, taking that right arm up for a counter pose. And then switching sides. So inhaling, left arm reaches up, exhale, twist. 2 more. And that last one, resting on your shoulder here, and then taking some time, adding those variations that you tried on the other side. Wherever we are here, slowly pressing up, taking that left arm up for a counter pose, and then back to our table. So shifting your weight forward, your choice here. Kneeling plank, taking that full plank or push-up position, maybe adding a few chaturanga push-ups. Just building some tapas. Do as much or as little as you'd like here. Whenever you are ready, we'll meet in our child's pose. And maybe taking a different variation of Balasana. Knees can be to the edges of the mat or closer together. Arms out in front or by our sides, palms up or down. I am breathing in and I am breathing out. Making our way through our table into our downward facing dog. Pedaling your heels into the mat. Maybe shaking your head yes and no. And moving your body however feels like it needs in this first downward dog today. Feel that you're activating your arms. Your weight is spread evenly through your hands, sliding your shoulders down your back, and picture that inverted V shape that we're making with our bodies. Taking right leg to the sky, straight back, foot is flexed, hips are square. Releasing down, then left leg to the sky, straight back, strong in our three-leg down dog, and then down. Moving through another time or two here at your pace. Making our way into our plank or kneeling plank. Pause here, our hips are lifted, core is engaged, elbows hug in, slowly lower one piece all the way down. Go ahead and stack your hands, rest your forehead on your hands. And let's take your legs side to side a little bit. Feel releasing in your lumbar spine. And then feel lengthening your lumbar spine, zipping your legs together. Take your hands by your shoulders, and as you inhale, mini cobra, lifting hands and head off of the mat. Exhale, releasing down. Two more at your pace. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, releasing down. Elbows hug in as we press up into our downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths in our downward dog. Just finding that balance between effort and ease. Sthira and Sukha. And once you've taken those 3 deep breaths, go ahead and step or lightly hop. Feet forward to hands, coming into Uttanasana. You can always have that block available here, bringing the earth a little bit closer to us. Soft bend in our legs. And just maybe adding that gentle sway or circling hands and wrists. Bending both of our legs, bringing our chest towards our thighs. And then straighten. And bending both legs. And straighten. One more time, bending both legs. Keeping both legs bent, reach right arm up. Both knees bent and level. And coming back to center, straighten your legs. Bending both legs, taking left arm up. Releasing back to center. Let's come up halfway with a flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. One more time. Bringing our hands to our heart, sitting back into Utkatasana, to our chair. Feet are parallel, knees and thighs are parallel. Feel lengthening low back, navel to spine. Sit back another inch or two. By keeping those shoulders relaxed, we can add reaching arms out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, lifting up, Utkatasana. We'll flow through 2 more times at your pace. Meeting in our chair. Whenever you get there, just feel lifting your toes up, maybe shifting your weight from side to side a little bit, and then lifting heels. You can stay right here, or maybe straighten. And then lowering back down into our chair, releasing heels. Hands to our heart, taking a mini twist first. So as you take this mini twist, just checking knees are level, hips are level, come back through center, mini twist. And checking knees, hips. Good, back to center. Now hinging forward, we can take that twist a little bit deeper. So maybe taking outside of your elbow to the outside of your knee, maybe splitting your hands, taking any other variations that you'd like. Just continue to lengthen your breath. And then coming back to center, taking that twist to the other side. So any variation that we're in, just checking that our knees are level, hips are level. Continue to breathe deeply, cleansing our bodies in our twists. Coming back to center, straightening legs, reach for elbows. Hold on to elbows as you slowly roll up and over into our standing Ardha Chandrasana. Taking this variation, continue to root down through your feet and your legs. Inhale up and over. Let's drop that bottom arm, gaze under your top arm, maybe taking that left foot off of the mat for a little balance. Good. And then comes back through center, over to the other side. Back through center, meeting in Samastitihi, equal standing. Coming to the front of our mat, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step or hop, floating through chaturanga or coming right to our downward facing dog. So as we take that plank or kneeling plank, cobra or upward dog, so remembering that chaturanga flow is available for you to add in or leave out at any time. Let's take our right leg to the sky, straight back. Then tack your knee, kick your heel back, open up your right hip and side. And straighten your leg, move through your plank, stepping right foot through, coming into our high crescent lunge. Take your time, that back heel is lifted so we can adjust, bringing our feet closer together or taking some bend out of that front leg. Inhale, exhale, goal post arms. 2 more. And bringing our hands to our heart, taking our twist to the right. So as you twist here, your choice where we go with our arms. If we're hinging forward, taking it a little bit further there. Moving back through heart to center. Shift your weight forward onto your right foot and just take a couple of toe taps here if you'd like, hinging forward into that warrior three. And then stepping left foot down, squaring our hips, finding Virabhadrasana 1. So with our warrior 1, squaring our hips, grounding down to our back foot and leg. Let's take our temple mudra up and back slightly over to the right side. And coming back up through center over to the left. And then interlacing our hands or reaching for elbows. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, making our way into our humble warrior. And take your time here. You can release your hands at any time to the blocks or to the mat. Using our core as we lift back up through our warrior 1. And then bringing our hands to our heart, step your left foot about halfway up the mat. Keeping hips square to the mat, maybe having those blocks available. So we make our way into Parsvottanasana, to that pyramid pose. Just seeing that your legs are on train tracks here. So maybe stepping that left foot out a little bit wider. Good. And then lifting up as you hinge forward, keeping your back flat. So pausing here. Maybe feel airplane arms or different extension whenever you're ready. Releasing your hands to your leg, to the mat, to the blocks, wherever we are here. This is an intense pose, but a good one for our hamstrings, our hips, our back. Just keep breathing deeply. Left hand stays down, right hand reaches up for a twist. Staying here, if you want to shift your weight forward onto that right foot, bringing left leg up for Parita Ardha Chandrasana, you can. We'll all meet in our warrior 2. Is that left heel plants, opening our hips up to the side of the mat, finding Virabhadrasana 2. External rotation, press that thigh back, back foot turned in. Settling in, lunging into that front leg just a little bit deeper. Let's reach and reverse. Cartwheeling hands down to the mat, pausing in that low lunge. Your choice, stay here, maybe add right arm up for a twist, maybe taking that side plank. And then we'll meet in our downward facing dog. So flowing through chaturanga or coming right there, your choice. Remembering child's pose is an option that is always there for you at any time as well. Left leg to the sky when we get there. And then bending at your knees, you kick your heel back, open up your left hip inside. Squaring our hips, moving through our 3-leg down dog to our plank, pausing here and stepping left foot through Take your time finding that high lunge on this side. And back heel is up. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, goal post arms. 2 more. And then bringing our hands through heart center as we twist to the left. Coming back up through heart center. And then as we shift our weight forward, finding a few toe taps. And then if you'd like, continue lifting leg up into Virabhadrasana 3. Your choice. Meeting in our warrior 1 as we square our hips, reaching arms up, taking our temple mudra up and back and over to the left. Back up through center, over to the right. Interlacing, inhale, lifting up, and exhale, hinging forward. Our way up through our warrior 1. Hands to our heart and stepping that right foot about halfway up. Setting up for pyramid on this side. And seeing that feet are on training tracks, hips are square. Inhale and exhale as you hinge forward. Finding that flat back. Maybe adding different arms before we fold forward. And continuing to breathe deeply here, squaring our hips. You're bringing that right hip forward slightly and left hip back. Left hand reaches up for our twist. Staying here, if you took that Parita Ardha Chandrasana on the other side, shifting weight forward and lifting that right leg. Meeting in our warrior 2 as we step our right leg back, opening hips to the side. Taking a peek at your knee, make sure it's tracking over first and second or second and third toe. So we're pressing that thigh back. Stira and Sukha, effort and ease. So where can we soften here? Relax neck, shoulders, elbows. Reaching forward, reverse warrior. Cartwheeling hands down to the mat, pausing in that low lunge. Staying here or adding that twist or side plank. And then we'll meet in our downward dog when you're ready. Taking our right leg to the sky, straight back. Bend at your knee, kick your heel back, opening up right hip inside. And now bringing right knee to your right elbow, left elbow, right elbow, left elbow. One more time. But making our way into our pigeon, just checking here. Right ankle to our left wrist, back leg is straight, hips are square. We can use those props to support us, right? So we can use the block or blanket underneath of our hips or folding forward over them. Wherever we are, use that inhale to create some space, and then using the exhale to release and get deeper into the pose. Taking a few more deep breaths here. If you'd like to add threading your arm underneath, you can take that right arm underneath, just being mindful that is an intense stretch. Slowly walking your hands up, taking your gaze up, maybe looking in the direction of your foot or reaching for your foot if that feels okay for you. Meeting in our downward dog. So last time, flowing through Chaturanga Dandasana, we're coming right there. Left leg to the sky, bending at your knee, kick your heel back, and taking that left knee to left elbow, right elbow, left elbow, right elbow. One more time. Settling into pigeon on this side and using your props to support you. Seeing front leg is square, back leg straight. Use your breath in and out. And exhale. Just letting go of any stress or tension that we're holding on to in our bodies, in our physical body, in our mental and emotional bodies. Letting everything go. With that variation on the other side, threading your arm underneath. We start to walk ourselves, pressing up, taking our gaze up, maybe in the direction of our foot or reaching for our foot. Bring our legs around in front of us, soles of our feet together, rocking side to side. So root down through your sits bones, lengthen in your spine. And if you do have your blocks, maybe having them available so that we can take more of a supported and restorative posture holding forward here. So gently hinge forward. Try to keep your back flat as long as you can, just pressing your elbows into your legs slightly. And then as you're ready to let your head hang and your back round, folding forward, maybe bringing your forehead to the blocks or stacking your hands, making fists resting. Making the pose a little more restorative, taking out any effort or work of trying to get deeper into that forward fold. So letting your breath do the work. So we slowly release, coming up, bringing our legs together, balancing in the Navasana. So your choice here, if you have those blocks, you can feel free to use them between your hands and knees if you'd like. Staying lifted through your heart center, lengthening in our spine, firing up our solar plexus chakra, our powerhouse. Any variation, you got it. And one more breath here, wherever we are. And then let's release, lifting hips up, reverse table. Lowering hips down to the mat, and then back up into that reverse table. We'll do that one more time. Meeting in Dandasana in our staff pose. Feet are flexed, legs are engaged, core is engaged. Inhale, reach. And then as you hinge forward here, trying to keep that flat back as long as you can. Hands can fall to the mat, your legs, feet, maybe using straps if you have them. And not forcing anything. Wherever we are in this forward fold. Slowly lowering one vertebrae at a time down to the mat. Scoop your belly, pull your navel to your spine. As you get down to the mat, if you want to stay there, you certainly can. I'm going to offer adding in a few roll-ups if you'd like. So if you're doing that, just one vertebrae at a time. Try not to use momentum as we peel up and over into that forward fold. So your choice if we're adding these or not. Just a little bit more strengthening of our spine and our core. Taking a nice big whole body stretch when you're ready. And hugging our knees into our chest. As you circle your knees 3 or 4 times in each direction, it's giving a little massage to our back. And placing your feet on the mat. Lifting hips up into our bridge pose. Feet are parallel, knees and thighs are parallel. Ankles are tracking underneath of your knees. Lifting heels off of the mat. And then release your heels, release your hips. Let's do that 2 more times as you inhale, lifting hips up. Heels up, and then releasing heels, releasing hips. Letting the soles of your feet come together and your knees fall to the edges of the mat. Taking a few deeper breaths here in Supta Baddha Konasana. You can let your arms go by either sides or gently rest them. Your legs, maybe over your belly, or hand over heart and over belly. Breathing deeply. No tension in our stomach, our back, our hips. Taking one more breath here in this heart opener. Letting our arms come out, NAT, dropping our knees over to the right side. You can add that right hand across the outside of your leg if you'd like, or taking your gaze over your left shoulder. Next inhale brings us up and over to the other side. Taking a few more breaths here, just cleansing our bodies. Anything in our physical, mental, emotional bodies. Releasing what is not serving. And coming back up through center, hugging knees in, maybe reaching for your feet, rocking in happy baby. And taking one more inversion here. So your choice, maybe making that bridge pose again, maybe a supported bridge pose with the block at your sacrum. Maybe taking legs up. You have shoulder stand or any other inversion in your practice. Taking the time to do that here. If there are any other movements, stretches, adjustments, anything that your body feels like it needs or wants before coming into our final relaxation, then take the time to do that. Grabbing the knee props to help support us. Whatever feels best for you. Soaking up all the work in our practice today. Let your whole body feel relaxed. Relaxing your feet, your ankles and toes. Feeling heaviness in your calves, knees, thighs, just letting them melt into the mat. As you continue to melt deeper into the earth, supporting you, feeling that your stomach is relaxed, your hips, your back, no effort or tension. Shoulders, neck, face, all relaxed. Relaxing your hands, your fingers, your wrists. Soften your jaw. So relax your mouth and your tongue.